Hey everybody, it's Lyn from Lyn's Crafts. Coming by today because I've been asked to show you how this is one of those Mod Melt molds from Mod Podge, and I'm going to use it to make some UV resin gems and some polymer clay gems. One of the things that I've always wanted to be able to do was to make crystal gems, but I really just can't get past the smell and stuff of a two-part resin. So I'm going to use the Lisa Pavelka's Magic Gloss, and yes, there are other brands of UV resin. So I'm going to start with this little round one right here. I'm going to fill it up part way, and then I'm going to take this Martha Stewart leaf glitter. Any glitter would work, and it's UV resin, so you only want to put a few pieces because the light will be blocked if you put too much. So I've just got a piece of wire, toothpick, anything will work, and just distribute those pieces around a bit. And fill it up almost the rest of the way full. And distribute those pieces out again. And I usually will run my wire around the edge. It helps break the surface tension around the silicone mold, so that you don't get dips and etc. on the edges of your mold. Alright, I'm going to put this under the UV lamp for 20 minutes, and then I'll be back. Alright, here it is out from under the UV light, and it just pops right out. I don't know whether to show it to you over the white. It's really pretty. Alright, so if I wanted to put something behind it, I would do something like this gold flake. I'd probably choose a silver over a gold, but to give it some reflective background. Or I could do it over a bit of foiled clay also. Alright, so this has lots of possibilities for use in polymer clay, because it's UV resin. It can go back in the oven. From what I understand, your two-part resins don't do well in the oven. So I also just filled up one of these little moon faces. And of course it will be hard to see any detail. Oh, that's a good shot right there. Nothing like your battery dying on you when you're not expecting it. Okay, so that's with the UV resin in these molds. Works beautifully. So now I'm going to just do a polymer clay one. It's really simple, but it was requested that I do a tutorial, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, and I say that it's really simple, but really and truly, I've been doing this for a lot of years, so of course it's going to sound simple to me. Somebody just getting into this, you may just not be thinking like that yet about polymer clay. So I'm going to do a glitter red Primo Accents, glitter red, and then I'm going to do a transparent red, and we'll see what the difference is. There are so many different colors of polymer clay now that it's absolutely wonderful. I'm needing to place an order right now. Alright, there goes a square of that. Now I've got my knife out, my blade out. Go ahead and cut the transparent. Now, I've said this before, when you're conditioning your clay, depending on the weather, you can almost condition it too much. You don't want to get air incorporated into it. And sometimes running it through your pasta machine can do that, incorporate too much air. Even if you just fold and roll your fold in first, it can still happen. So I try not to work with much more clay than what I actually need for the project. It's just a small bit. I'm just going to condition it by hand. And this one is the transparent that I've got right here. But of course you want it soft enough to easily mold into the shape of the mold. Alright. Now I've picked it up off the table to kind of try to force it into the... That's what I like about this mold. It's got very sharp facets. I looked around at quite a few gem molds, of these silicone gem molds, and really, for the price, I like this one better. That's not to say there's not others out there that I would have liked just as well. I just didn't see them. Alright, and then just use your blade and trim the back off. Grab a towel. Wow, it's the same color. And there it is, just turned out onto my towel. And yes, I probably unnecessarily put fingerprints on the top of it, but you can just wipe them off with alcohol or a baby wipe. Just conditioning this glitter now, which is quite a bit softer. But I'm going to do that same mold, just because that's how much clay I took out. And again, I'm going to pick it up and make extra sure I don't knock the camera over. Make extra sure that I get down into all the recesses of that mold. And I apologize, my fish tank has gone back to being noisy again. Alright, so again I'm just going to flip it out. And as you can see, it's got a little bit of a flaw in it right there. That's where the clay folded. And you can just put it right back in the mold. And try it again. Those things don't normally bother me because you do find them in real gemstones many times. And we got rid of it though. Alright, there we go. There's the two different clays, and I'm going to bake those and show you what they look like. I'm going to do these for about 40 minutes. I've got my oven set to convection, and I've got the thermometer in there to monitor the temperature. So I'll be back when those are done. Okay, here they are. And I'm just going to put a little bit of gloss glaze on it. This is Rust-Oleum water-based ultimate polyurethane is what it's called. And it just came from Lowe's. I just get it in a little pint container. It's really similar to the Varathane product, but in my area for some reason they only sell it in a gallon, and it's like 80 bucks. So I think this was 8. Alright, so just gonna put a layer on there. Normally I wouldn't do this until after it's gone into a piece of jewelry, but if you do glaze them ahead of time, it's best if you let them cure for several days before you rebake them. Letting it cure will keep it from bubbling back up. It can still happen though. I've had them set for years and had a bubble in it. Had it bubble back up. Right. Give those just a few minutes to dry, and they'll be good to go. And it's not completely see-through or anything, but you can see the you can kind of see the translucence of it, although I can't see my finger through it. I love these glittery ones. Really pretty. But there's a lot you can do with these molds, and I'll come back in another video and show you more. So that's it for today. I hope everybody has a absolutely wonderful end of the year and new year, and to 2015. I'll holler at y'all later. Bye now.